It, okay. Okay. And we also have around 280, more than that, the startup companies that spin off from the ITRI. ITRI is kind of talent pool for Taiwan, for the high-tech industry in Taiwan. Okay, ITRI also is a very well-known R&D research sector. We have very close relationship with European research sector like VTT, like Fraunhofer, and I think the TNO in Netherlands, Fraunhofer in Germany, VTT in Finland as well. And we also have very strong relationship with the Czech Republic and Spain, and to do kind of research and development. We have kind of a joint incentive program for both side private sectors to work together. And what do we do in that sort of technology domain? From this picture, you can see ITRI actually cover most of industrial except software itself. But we do that sort of R&D for the software, for the hardware. We do not have, well, we do not focus on the software, but we did quite a lot from the upstream materials to the components side. And especially today, so when we talk about green energy and the circular economy, those relevant technology also done by ITRI as well. Okay, you can see that's companies that's a spin off from ITRI. Well, you can see that TSMC, UMC, AUO, or that sort of companies that they are spin off from ITRI. So ITRI is playing a very important role like a talent pool in Taiwan. Okay, we provide a very comprehensive solution to the industry. Here you can see we also have like a consultant services to help the companies to grow up, and we transfer the technology to the private sectors. And we also have the open lab for the incubator. And this kind of open lab, we also welcome the foreign companies to join us, like well, Evonik, like I think Corning, that's all the companies that they also join our open lab. Okay, and we also provide the talent training in our, we have a department that are focusing on the training program. And we also have a companies, well, that's a kind of venture capital that we have that sort of seed money for the advanced technology to grow up. Okay, when we look at, well, move to the 2030, that's the kind of a major goal. We have 3 major goals that we are going to focusing on the smart living and the quality health and the sustainable environment. Those kind of new trend that is kind of ICT enabling technology. ITRI has a very strong capability in those areas. This slide will give you a little bit idea regarding, I just mentioned about the talent for the industrial transformation. This kind of talent, that's a kind of to try to facilitate talent training, provide that's a very hands by hand, that sort of education to for the industrial. Okay, so we also have that's a collaboration with foreign companies, and we also have a very particular state-of-the-art course for that sort of a new technology like AI or circular economy or smart grid, this kind of new trend. That's a department I'm from. I just mentioned about that's a kind of commercialization and the industrial services center. That's the department I'm from. We provide quite a very strong networking with local companies, and it's not just provide the services to them. We also try to help them to leverage with the incentive program. With the government incentive program, we also provide the kind of incubation center, and we run in that sort of startup or accelerator to build up the new industries. Okay, ITRI is not just provided the R&D technology supporting only. We also provide the industrial services like CIS. We provide the kind of one-stop service for the local company and the international company as well. We also help the companies to go abroad and also help the foreign companies to come to Taiwan and to work together. So then I would like to hand over to my colleague, Hank Chen. He will give you an example program to let you know how do we help the foreign companies to work with Taiwan. Thank you. Okay, Hank, you can turn.
Okay, let me open it around.
Yeah, I think I got two. Shut down. Can you?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Hi everybody. This is Hank, and I'm from ITRI. So it's my pleasure to be here to share my the project. This project is from government. So this is a TACC Plus. We call TACC Plus. It's called Taiwan Accessory Plus. And as Ide said, this program we will incubate many different type of startups. We call from create, propel, and scale. So let me go the next page. So this is a TACC Plus. It's an accelerator. So it's a full spectrum. So we focus on the IoT and healthcare, and also we IoT we call it's kind of broad definition IoT. It includes AI, also the like even now the EV. So all the things, all the software and hardware together, we will also include this is as IoT, and the other part, the other sector is healthcare. So this
it seems we lost our colleague from ITRI. Eddie, can you hear?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
No.
Can you hear Hank?
No, we can't.
Can you see his screen?
There is a Taiwan Accelerator Plus.
Yes.
哦，不然我开我的那个麦克风，然后你关你的麦克风。Is now better?
Yeah, we can hear now.
可能要缩小。
It seems you're next to each other. You're muted, Hank. You're muted. We don't hear you. It seems you're very close to each other with Eddie, and there is this interference between your computers.
Okay. Sorry. So So what I said before, you didn't hear, right?
We hear you through the computer of Eddie. So perhaps Eddie should mute herself and you should unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you have unmute yourself. Oh, Eddie is unmuted, and there is going to be interference.
So you can hear me, right?
Yeah, through Eddie. Yeah.
Okay. Great. So then we go this way. So
okay.
Yeah. So TSC plus. TSC plus. Sorry. I need mute and Eddie's need.
Yeah, let me just. I'm going to do this from here. I'm muting Eddie, and I'm unmuting, asking to unmute you. So you just unmute yourself.
Oh, now. Okay.
No, there is some problem with your computer, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, just Eddie, unmute yourself, please. And Hank is going to speak through your computer. It's okay now.
Is it okay now?
No, the other way. The other way around. Unmute, Eddie, unmute your computer.
Maybe we just keep the ADs.
Yep, absolutely. We wanted to say you mute yourself, mute yourself and unmute Eddie's computer. And that was better, the best way, actually. Netya mute. She's.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good now.
Okay, great. So TSC Plus is also supported by government. So that's the. So I just go next page. And also under TSC Plus, we have the international program. So we invite worldwide startups to Taiwan. So we will welcome them to here, and we also have some resource we will share with them. So we just welcome the startups who are targeting about the Asia market and also want to find a supply chain, reliable supply chain, also maybe do some business here, and even just want to start accessory their product or product development. So that's this program. So below is our partners, part of our partners, and also so what I said before is a global startups, and we focus on the IoT and healthcare field, and also aim to Asia. And so far this year we have 10 teams in our program. Because of COVID-19, so we do online lending. Before it's called soft lending. So it's quite pity they cannot be fly to here, but we do the online meeting with them. So that's we will just keep to find a supplier and also potential customer or partner, even the fundraising opportunity. So this is their what we can provide for them. So if next year, if they fly to here, but of course we have a process to find the proper team to be here. So we have one kind of system to select the team to be here. So this year we have 73 teams to to apply, and in the end we have 10 teams to be in our program. So they have a 1 month accommodation and a 1 round trip ticket, and also the 1 month of co-working space, and one-to-one also consultancy, and also of course fully support for to support them to have the opportunity to find a partner or funding here. So that's the program here. So I just very short to introduce that because this year already done, and we are running the second phase with them, and so next year will be coming soon, and we hope we can let you know earlier, and hope you guys are interested about that. And if yes, let me know. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Hank. That was really interesting what you said. I hope there are going to be some people that are going to be interested in this. Well, there was this suggestion that everyone, the presenters, is in a rush, but unfortunately, it's not possible to give the word to anyone to speak first. So I suggest we start with our guest and Dr. Lee. Later on, we give the words to Mr. Papazyan. Later on, Mr. Robert, and then Vesela. Is that okay with you?
Okay.
Yeah,
Hello.
okay. Yeah.
Yes. Unfortunately, I will have to be out at 1:15. So if it's possible to
1:15. So, yeah, I don't know if the other presenters are okay. We can give the word to Our Lady here. I'm sorry about that. What happened?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Also, really apologize for this inconvenience.
Yeah, but let's go then, Vesela, please. Go ahead.
Okay, so thank you very much for the understanding. Let me share a screen. So just a second. Do you see my screen now?
Yeah, we do.
Yep.
Please go ahead.
Okay. So just thank you again for agreeing to let me go now. So I'm Vesela from ITRI Bulgaria, and today I'm going to say a few words about what our company has been developing, has been doing, what kind of achievements we have made, and what are our plans for future development. And at the end, I will show you, just for your clarification, one video, because I think that in video everything is more understandable. So ITRI Bulgaria was founded in 2006, and we are a technology company that has been developing solutions for the energy and industry sector. Our main goal is to help the customers achieve energy efficiency and operational efficiency through the technologies and the systems that we develop for them and together with them. Why I said together, you will find out in our presentation in a few moments. A few more important numbers that I would like to share with you is are on this slide. And the most important one is the biggest one, of course. Why? Because it shows how many smart electricity meters we have installed in our customers altogether. This is a big number for 15 years of activity. And I would say that we are the biggest and the largest supplier and integrator of smart metering systems in Central and Eastern Europe. So with our customers in Bulgaria, North Macedonia, and Romania, we have been working closely and very cooperatively throughout the years, so that together we have developed the technology. We have passed through multiple public procurement procedures, and we have developed multiple customer requirement functionalities, so that today we have the one of the most reliable solutions in smart metering industry. As you can see, this is the solution. It is provided by other vendors as well, but the main advantage is that the communication is done through PLC, the PL communication, power line communication, which makes the implementation of the system very cost effective, because unlike the PL communication, there is the GSM or radio communication. Actually, the GSM GPRS is very expensive, and that's why the utility companies have worked with the PL communication mostly. And we have gone through so many certification processes and so many developments of the communication technology and modulation. So we are a member of some of the biggest associations in the smart metering industry, like G3, Prime, SFSK. These are the different communication modulations of the communication. And some of the most important advantages of this technology is the efficiency that our customers achieve in their metering process, the consumption metering process, but also in the prevention of theft and malfunctions. And our company has developed and has participated in one of the biggest projects for encryption communication system installation in our customer, EVN Bulgaria. And this is something that we will be working on a lot in the future, because as probably all of you know, encryption is and cybersecurity is priority #1 for a lot of companies that deal with big data and critical infrastructures. So in the past years, we have also developed other solutions that deal with smart metering or smart communicating of data. We also work with smart with marinas and ports. For them, we provide retrofit measurement of resources. This means that we adapt the existing meters with the smart functions, and thus we collect the data from the existing non-smart meters, and we collect them in a central user interface where they can deal with the data more efficiently. And one of our biggest projects is actually the biggest marina in Greece, which is called Flisvus. And there we completed first the pilot project, and then the whole marina was upgraded to retrofit metering. We also work with industry. As I said, in the industry sector, we provide energy monitoring systems for our customers, because the companies nowadays need to have more integrated and more holistic view of their assets and the condition of their assets, like substations, equipment, they need to know which machine is working well, which machine is consuming more at not expected at an unusual times. And this is called the Arista Electrical Infrastructure Monitoring, which we provide for small and medium enterprises. And lastly, but not least, we have quite a few projects in the area of smart street lighting. We have completed 4 or 5 projects in Bulgaria where municipalities and investors enjoy a reduction of costs in the energy and the maintenance process. This technology is RF technology. As you can see, we provide the individual controllers for the lamps, which communicate through radio to the communication equipment, and then everything is sent to the central management system. And again, many benefits are available with this solution. But as I said, the most important ones are the efficiency in energy and operations. All in all, these are the main solutions that we provide. We will keep developing our solutions so that together with our customers, we provide results. And if there is time, maybe there isn't so much time, but maybe I can play a video on one of our solutions. Or
Vessel, let's do that a little bit later because we are ahead with time.
Okay.
And
Yes,
we
sure.
take the
No problem.
yeah.
Thank you again
Okay.
for the
That's great. Thank you
now.
very much for your presentation. I suggest if any question there are any questions, we ask them for the section for questions in the end of the webinar. So please now, Mr. Dr. Lee.
Yes.
Please, I'm sorry again about.
No problem. Okay,
yeah,
so do you see my?
We see
my
you absolutely
now?
your screen. Yeah, please.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Dimitar. And thank you, Eddie Wang, Director Wang. I'm very glad to share some experience about the smart city, especially relate to the TCA. TCA is Taipei Computer Association. And basically, I will spend some time to introduce TCA and me. It probably takes 30 seconds. Personally, in TCA, we have focusing on several domains. One of the major domains is smart cities. So we have a couple projects related to the smart city. The first one is we have a team executing the Taipei Smart City Office. That means we're helping the city of the Taipei city government to plan the smart city and also helping to executing the smart city as a think tank. I'll spend a couple minutes to describe that later. And also we in TCA, we also own the international smart city community called the GoSmart, Global Organization of Smart Cities. And currently we already have about 200 international members that include 94 international cities members. So I will also give a very brief introduction to the GoSmart. And we also own the biggest smart city expo in Asia, and I believe that is the biggest in globally right now. And that will be the Smart City Expo Taipei. And also I will spend a couple minutes to describe that. And personally, I'm also the CEO of Startup Terrace. That's the biggest startup hub, international startup hub in Taiwan. And we also partner with the TSCC Plus. But because today I will focusing on smart city, so I won't spend time to for the detail of the Startup Terrace. But if you have interesting with the Startup Terrace, feel free to contact me. And personally, I'm the CEO of the ICC of the Taipei Computer Association, that's International Cooperation Centers. So in my first part, I will spend some time to describe the project of Taipei Smart City Office. And there's a couple different vision, because every city have their own definition of a smart city and also their own vision of the smart city. So for Taipei, Taipei more focusing on not only to make the people can live better, we also wish to promote the industry of the smart cities and also make the city can work with other foreign city also. So in our past experience, actually, we're already helping the Taipei city government for more than 6 years. So in the past 6 years, we're helping Taipei city government to establish all kind of the mechanism to help them to, we call it the change culture. And actually, the exact thing we do is we make the public sector can be very easy to work with the private sector. That's actually very difficult in the past. So that's why we call it a change culture. So in the past 6 years, actually, we already initiate more than 260 project about smart cities in every domain. So we have a lot of experience to helping the private sector to work with the Taipei city government. And in Taipei, in Taipei Smart City project, we also play the contact window for the private sectors. So we have 3 phases to work with the private sector. The first one we call it the proof of concept projects. That is the major thing what we do in the smart city office. And so that the concept of the proof of concept project, more like we will partnership with the private sector. I mean, we're helping the different departments to partnership with the private sector to do all kind of the child project. We call it a proof of concept projects. So during that phase, there's no budget involved on it, so it's more like a partnership, as I say. So the reason we want to do that because we want the city government to open their door to the private sector, so that the private sector can be able to do all kinds of the solutions with the department of the city government. And after the phase 1, actually, there's lots of projects actually they fails, but for the private sector and public sector, they can learn a lot from the failure projects. But if it works very well, then it maybe will become the pilot project. That means they will get a small tender, small projects. And if everything goes really well, and they will become the scale, and that means they will become the policy that the government will spend lots of budget or probably lots of resources on it. So in the in Taipei, the Taipei city government focus on 8 different domains that include the government, security, building, transportation, education, healthcare, environment, and also economic. The reason I want to mention that because we helping the city government to executing 2 different ways to do the proof of concept project. The first one we call it the bottom up proof of concept project, POC, or the bottom up POC project. That means for every private sector, they can propose their idea and their solution to the city government. So we're helping to find appropriate a way to do the proof of concept projects. But but we also initiate another new mechanism 2 years ago. We call it the top-down proof of concept projects. In this kind of a mechanism, that means for the 8 different department and the 8 different groups, not only one department involved. There's a lot of department involved one directions. So for the 8 different groups, actually they will we ask the different department to dig their needs to propose their needs every 6 months. So that means for every year we will call for the solution twice. That will be in November and May and November. So that means we will call for the solution next 2 months later. Yeah. And that is the very nice chance for the private sector to propose all kind of the solution to us, because the solution, the proposal will more focusing on exactly the need of the department. So that's some of the project work we already done in the past 2 years. So basically, we have it's a very easy to work with the Taipei City government. You have two major ways. The first one, if you have a very brilliant idea and you can propose the idea to my office, but basically you need to find if you're a foreign company, you need to find a local partner. I'll give an example later, and that will make everything can be workable, executable in Taipei. And the second one is, if you don't, if you have a very, very nice solution that can deal with a specific topic that the department just proposed in November, and that means the whole flow will go faster, because that's exactly they need. So we won't spend too much time to discussing about the scenario, what exactly the problem we have to solve. So that will make the duration of the negotiation shorter. So that's another way to work with Taipei City government. And I just want to give you some of the reason why we will start with the proof of concept project. Because in the past, for any innovation idea, actually the risk of the idea, the solution is quite high. As according to our experience, at least 85% of the project will fail. So that means if we don't start with the partnership, and if we expect that the Taipei City government will pay in a very early stage, that means they won't do anything to deal with the problem and deal with the solutions. So we need to do the first phase to convince that your solution is ready and is able to resolve any problem. I think that's the best idea of the Taipei smart city projects. And that, I think that whole make the Taipei become get a better receive a better index of the smart city ranking. So that's not my point. And I will give you some example how exactly the private sector can be work with the Taipei City government. There's a lot of different models. The first model actually, in Taipei, we are very encouraged that the private sector can propose a sustainable business model, and also the result of the solution will benefit to the city service. And for that means that's a very nice business model, because basically you need some of the assist from the city government, but you don't need the budget from the city government. So that's very nice way to cooperate with the city government. For example, in 5 years ago, we called it the 4U program. That means we encourage private sector to propose green and sharing transportation in Taipei. And for the Taipei city government parts, we will help the private sector to deal with the regulation problem, to help them to get some discount for the some of the regular fees, and also we help them to promote. That's very important. But for the private sector, they need to find their own business model. And for this kind of the cooperation model, it makes everything very easy to work with, because if anything doesn't concern about the budget, that would make it easier. But for this case, actually the private sector can make money from provide those services to the citizens. So that's I think that's the first priority. We encourage that for every private company can think about the model to how to work with not only Taipei, I think most of the cities. And of course, we also do a lot. That's another case that we work with a foreign company. That's a company called the Morphosense. Actually, it is a French company, and they get support from the Horizon 2020. And in this case, they are very small, they are a startup company. So what we do is we introduce them to the GoSmart, as I just mentioned, and GoSmart help them to find a local partner in Taiwan. And they do a proof of concept project with aid of the Taiwanese company. They're using a proof of concept in Taiwan and to do the monitoring of the structure of the bridge. And it's a very nice and very classical case that how exactly we work with the foreign private sectors. And also, not due to the time, actually, we have lots of cases to relate to the smart city, but due to time, I'll just skip lots of them. So if you're looking for more solutions, more showcase, feel free to talk to me and also can visit the Smart Taipei website. And also we spend lots of research to doing the collect the data and how trying to use the data in Taipei city government. So that's one of the case we helping the Taipei the Department of the IT in Taipei to executing the COVID-19 data dashboard, to helping the mayor to making the decision of the COVID situations. And that's the award we help Taipei City to receive in recent years. So, basically Taipei is very welcome all the private sectors. So if your solution is good enough and it can be able to solve the problem, and probably you will get the tenders. And if you can provide your own business to work with Taipei city government, such as for example, how to do the business with the smart street lamp. That's one of the example. Lots of operator they propose all kind of the business model to work with the city government. So that's one of the very nice way to work with the city government. But if your solution is good enough to solve the problem, as I mentioned, that was proposed by the different agency, that probably you will get tenders. But if you want to work with the Taipei city government, you definitely need a local partners. And for the Taipei city government, we also are very willing to work with the other city also. And I will spend a couple minutes to mention about two other things that just to introduce the two other event and community I just mentioned. The first one is the Smart City Summit Expo, which is the major expo that held by the Taipei Computer Association, and we also work with the Taipei city government. And every year we will hold it physically, and yes, after COVID, and also the digitally during the 2022 March and 25 March next years. So in the last year, actually, we have lots of visitors and lots of city leaders join this expo and conference. So I know I personally very recommend you to join us in next March. And feel free to contact me if you're interested with this event. And now we call for the not only speakers, also the government, and also for the speakers. And I also want to spend a couple of minutes to introduce the GoSmart, probably 2 minutes to introduce the GoSmart to you, because if you want to work with lots of different cities, I think GoSmart is one of the options that you can partner with. So GoSmart it's more like a community for the small cities, and we're more focusing on helping different stakeholders to know each other, to be able to work each other. So currently, the mayor of the Taipei city is the chair for until the 2023. And we have lots of we have 4 strategic committees from different cities and stakeholders. And currently we have 94 city members that come from Australia, Europe, United States, and any other place, and lots of other places. And 6 major capital city of the Taiwan and also our members. So if you're willing to, I know you wish to work with a different city, looking forward to have a further information of the city. Probably is one of the channel that I know you may interesting with. And we have 105 industry members, international members. And currently, we also call for the Go Smart Award. That's one of the a major award globally, and that's the jury we have. We have a very nice jury from the IMT and also the Smart City Award and also Eastern Strategy, and of course the Amsterdam Smart City Office. So if you have a very, very nice showcase, it's all free. So feel free to let us know your instinct with the award. We also will help you to to apply your solution to the Go Smart Award. So I think that's my presentation. So if you, due to the time, I'm sorry, for the very rush presentation. So if you're interested with any part of my presentation, feel free to contact me. And also the Robert from the Mitac is one of our major sponsor and also the major vendors in Taiwan. So also they are very good partner to work with. So I think that Robert will bring more about their company. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lee. You just told us so many interesting things about smart cities. I really hope our members are going to be interested, and for sure we're going to look for further collaboration with you, because this is the area, especially for our cluster, our organizations. We believe we can find a lot of common things with you. So thank you so much.
Definitely.
Again,
thank you.
If you have any questions, just put them in the chat. We can answer them in the end of the session. Now, let's give the word to Mr. Papazyan. And Robert, Mr. Papazyan, you here?
Yeah. Yes, hello.
Please go ahead with your presentation, please.
Thank you, Mr. Filipov. Thank you. First of all, I would like to greet everyone on the call. It's, I think, an excellent initiative, and I really appreciate Dr. Lee, Dr. Ting, Mr. Ting joining, and I think it's a really great opportunity to share together with, of course, Ms. Malinowska about our company experiences. So what I would like to put forward is short information about Telelink Ifra Services, for which company I am executive director. I also had different roles also in academia. I'm an associate professor at the Technical University of Sofia, and I try to combine these sort of aspects of business and engineering and science. So, but again, the focus would be on the Telelink Ifra Services scope of work. And with this, I would start the presentation. So I would really try to make a brief overview just for everybody to get a feel of the scope of works and how is this relevant. And I would really hope that this presentation and from what I've seen and from what I will present will be a base for further discussions and potential collaboration. Telelink Ifra Services, it's a technology integrator. It's based in, headquartered in Bulgaria with presence in several European countries. We have, so to say, the presence of the team in several European countries, and also we have business in Europe and the US. Now, what our focus is again, technology integration, meaning that we combine a number of technologies obviously in a beneficial way to the customer, and that would include smart technologies included in city infrastructure. Generally, we work with the infrastructure as a whole. There are several types of activities that we have within the company. One which is under Telelink Ifra Services as a company is telecommunications infrastructures and solutions. Of course, now 5G is a big part of what we do. We upgrade and construct 5G infrastructure. We have, so to say, building infrastructure as well, smart building infrastructure, including automation, energy efficiency, I'm sorry, energy efficiency technologies related to these infrastructures. Telelink Business Services is another business of Telelink, and it's focused on active IT equipment, digital transformation, and cloud solution, and a lot of focus on cybersecurity. And then we have Telelink City, which is intelligent transport solutions. You see the footprint, as I mentioned, in Europe. Biggest team presence is in Bulgaria, Germany, and the United Kingdom. So as I mentioned, we do believe in the mission that we would like to integrate complex engineering solutions. And to do that, we focus on two things, on a team of skilled engineers and people that are really, so to say, burning for technology. And then obviously we need to make sure that we have a very competent project management team, because the complexity, the size of the project is really what distinguishes our efforts from other companies on the market, local and global. Now, this presentation is available, so I'll probably you read faster than I talk. So I would not really make sure that I say everything which is on the slides. Obviously, these will be available, but I would like to stress on a few important things and then comment on the challenges and my view on what the potential is to collaborate again with the esteemed co-speakers here in this session. When it comes to technological solutions, as I mentioned, telecommunication is a big part of what we do. Both fixed and wireless networks, and these we apply also for not only for general communication and connectivity, but also for smart industrial infrastructure and city infrastructure. We have low current solutions, which are basically video surveillance, fire, life safety, and this in itself is not so dramatic, but what we try to put as a value added is really the integration of these systems into one really smart solution for the customer, usually a big industrial or office building customer in a metropolitan environment. We have smart solutions for critical infrastructure, which would mean protection, fencing, fire detection, tunnel infrastructure for large public, so to say, complex infrastructures. This will include some physical works, copper cabling system, fiber optic cable infrastructure, and this all makes the backbone of a system. And again, the focus here is to make the backbone and to make sure that this backbone and the data that goes through these, so to say, structures is used in a smart way. That's why we also have proprietary software solutions, and which are also in the building management systems and in other application areas. Again, the focus being not so much on the software, of course, a very important part, but on the usability, on the functionality, on the support to the customer to digitize their solutions, to make them smarter, for easier use, for lower energy consumption, and generally for a better environment, working and living environment. Here you see also our competence in command and control centers, which will include artificial intelligence as well in the solutions, which include video and thermal camera surveillance. And this also brings us naturally to the possibility to completely build a data center. Obviously, this data transfer is one point, and then the data storage and computation is another, and this is what we try to do as well. So data centers is something that we really enjoy, I would say, building lately. And here is an example of a smart solution, for example, which is not so much of a city, but it's also affecting a lot of residents surrounding cities. And this is related to the early detection with artificial intelligence, with video surveillance of forest fires. It's also usable in city environments. And here is one example of how infrastructure, software, and user cases come together to form one solution for benefit of all the users. Again, all these technologies are combined into several more specific urban application solutions. Vehicle and personal ID, so to say, identification, flood warning, parking management system, smart garbage collection, electric vehicle charging is last but not least. This is something which really we believe in, and something that we look forward to combining as an effort with other partners from or outside the country. And in this case, obviously, outside the country is the relevant term. And just to complete the picture, we strive for quality. That's why we make sure that we are certified on several fronts. Because when you do so complex projects, when you do a combination of many technologies, it's always important for the customer to make sure that there is one point of contact, one point of a supplier and partner to combine all the technology and maintain them. And this is where the focus lies for us as a team of Telelink Ifra Services. So with this, I would like to wrap up. I'm obviously extremely excited to have this opportunity of a discussion. I heard a lot of interesting things, and really maybe now or a bit later, it will be a base for potential discussion where joint contact points and common interests lie. Thank you for the attention. Thank you again for the opportunity. I hope you found the information relevant and interesting for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Papazyan. I wasn't aware of the activities of your companies till now, and it's impressive also for a Bulgarian company. Let's give the word to Robert. Robert, once more time, apologize for letting you last. I owe you a drink the next time I see you in Taiwan. The drink is for me. I really, please, here, have the word.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Dimitar. And it's my honor to, on behalf of Mitac, to introduce our Smarty solution. I'm the vice president of Mitac. In the past 40 years, Mitac worked close with the Taiwan government and the Taipei city government to develop the smart city solution. So today I will have the presentation about the solution we provide and the benefit for the city. So can you see the PowerPoint?
Yes, we see your screen now. And the PowerPoint there. Yeah, great. We see it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so today I will introduce Mitac and the smart city solution we provide. First, I will introduce Mitac In and the Mitac Information Technology. Mitac In, established in the 1974, it's the parent company of Mitac Group. And it's the first Taiwanese local computer company 45 years ago. Just 10 years ago, Mitac Information Technology, a spin-off from the Mitac In. Now we have employees more than 1,300, headquartered on Taipei. We are the key leader of smart city solution on Taiwan. Mitac belongs to the Mitac CNES group. Mitac CNES group have five business units. First one is the system integration. Mitac Information Technology belongs to this business. And the other is food industry, chemical, material, design and manufacturing, and the distribution and the fulfillment. So the last year, our group revenue reached US 41 billions. We have one company, CNEX, ranked 117, listed on the New York stock market, and 5 companies listed on Taiwan stock market. We are a worldwide present group, including these 5 business units. Co-coverage is 6 continents. So more than 300 office and number of the employees, the whole group is 300,000. In the past 40 years, we work closely with the Taiwan government and the cities. So developed many smart city solutions, including transportation, education, library, manufacturing, immigration, enterprise, healthcare, banking, and e-government. So I will introduce some significant and large scale smart city solution for your reference. The first one is transportation. We are the key vendor in Taipei City MRT. We provide automatic fare creation for Taipei MRT. The Taipei MRT has more than 100 stations and 280 lines of city bus. The payment card is called a smart card, and Mitac developed this system for the MRT. Now this card issued more than 90 million up to now. So every day, 20 million passengers utilize this easy card to make the payment for the MRT and also some convenience store. We also provide like the power supply system or SCADA system for the MRT. The second one is smart surveillance system for Taipei City. We established 15,000 cameras around the Taipei City, and also provide the central control system to monitor the transportation and the disaster conditions for the Taipei City. So now the system significantly improved the crime detection and also make the traffic transportation better and better. We also provide the largest size UAV for Taiwan Coast Guard. And this UAV was designed and assembled by Mitac. It's a professional purpose, like the search and the rescue in the coastal region. So we support the Coast Guard to make the law enforcement and the crime prevention. Mitac also provide the immigration gate for Taiwan Homeland Department. So there are total 16 set e-gate set up in Taiwan 6 airport. And many people use this e-gate, and it's very convenient and improve the safety of the country. So now there are more than 5 million travelers reached in this system. And totally now 55 million travelers utilize this system. We use the AI and the facial and the fingerprint recognition to make the safety check of the system. We also use the RFID technology for the book inventory management and also self-service 24 hours and 7 days a week. So make the library service automation and significantly reduce the manpower. Not only in Taiwan, we also promote our system to the other countries, like the AFC consulting service for the Ukraine and immigration e-gate for the Philippines, and the automatic fare collection system for China, India, Vietnam, Indonesia, and Thailand, and also automatic immigration clearing system for the UAE, and some smart library system for Philippines and China. For the 2018, we established 22 e-gate on Philippines, Manila, Cebu, Clark, and Davao for international airport. This is the first e-gate system for Philippines. Yeah. And for the 2019, we developed the automatic fare creation for the Indonesia Jakarta City Metro. This is the first metro system in Indonesia. So we provide the FC system and also the station equipment and some computer system for the Jakarta Metro. So we have developed many silo and domain-specific systems, and now we consider that the city need a city-level integrated system for the management of the city. For example, we develop many systems and provide the transportation signal, street light, police surveillance camera, the parking lot camera, and the city open data and the UAV image. So maybe the city mayor will think how to use the big data to have an integrated view and real-time transportation and proactive the decision making and better city management. So we propose a system architecture for a smart city, not on a vertical or the domestic the point of view. And now we have a different layer from the bottom, the IoT things of view and the IoT ecosystem to the cloud platform, provide the AI service, then support the application for the transportation, environment protection, and the public service. Yeah. So we call the idea and the platform is my AIoT platform. That is AIoT and the data platform. That is to answer the challenge of smart city development, because we have many legacy systems, and we will to build a new system, how to make this digital transformation more efficiency and more effectiveness. So our value proposition is to standardize the data and make the data integration more easily for the city. For example, for the city education, originally we may think that library management and the student health major is two different vertical applications. We now use the platform, my AIoT, to integrate the data for the student. So the student can have more comprehensive information for his book reading and the health management. So this kind of platform have some advantage. The first one is can unify the city government objective into one platform and make better management. So it also provides a real-time and integrative view for decision making. And the most important, if we will deploy new integrated solution, then we can also utilize existing investment with existing system and reduce the cost and the budget for the city. So I think the EU has a plastic culture to incubate the innovation. So many city mayors have outstanding governing performance. And we may work together and provide more solution and the integrated architecture to cooperate together to make a more successful use case and diffusion model. As Dr. Lee said that Taipei city very advanced on the city smart city solution application. Yeah, provide many good opportunity for the Taiwan SI company to develop their system. And also we would like to share Taiwan's strong ICT capability and to our partners, and we can work together. Yeah, to a more successful story. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Robert, thank you so much for this wonderful presentation. It's so impressive, you know, from my part of the world to see your achievements. In fact, your economy is huge economy. I strongly believe that our European members they could work with you on many levels. Both, I mean, you both like presenters. It was really impressive, like presentations. Now we are reaching the end, and there are a few questions in the chat. I can read them. It's well, the first one is towards Dr. Lee. These are two questions actually. What is the role of private business in realization and financing, if possible, in figures? The Smart City project, and the second one is how Smart City Tech Partnership can cooperate with Go Smart.
Okay. Thank you for the question. I think for the first one, you know, basically, wait a minute a second. Basically, there's a lot of different ways to work with the Taipei city government. So, you know, for easy ways, you know, you look and you can search for the all kind of the tender for the small cities. So that means you can get the budget if you want the tenders. And if you're looking for the new services, you're looking for what was I mean, the Taipei city government with your brilliant new ideas. That means you need to convince the department. So that means we need to make the partnership that is without budgets, but it can be the very small scale. But actually, for most of companies, they can get budget from other place. For example, in Taiwan, lots of vendors, they're looking for the budget from the Ministry of Economic, because for the Ministry of Economic, they will encourage the vendors to develop new solutions. So that means they will get subsidy from the Ministry of Economic. And another case is they just mentioned that some of the company, they will get funding from the Europe 2020, Horizon 2020. That means, you know, it's the same reason, because for some of the project, they encourage vendors to develop new solutions. But actually, it's very difficult for the city government itself to spend money on those, you know, more like a developing phase solutions. But for the city government, they're very willing to open their field, to you know, to work together to see what we can do in the future. And most important, if you can, you know, you can deal with the real problem, and that means they will become the tender, become the a real project. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, for the city government, they're willing to spend money, but they need to make sure it works. So that's how to, how exactly our partner can find the resources, not only money, but also other resources. And for the second one, actually for GoSmart, we're very willing to work with different level of the partner and stakeholders. So we can, make the strategic partner with other organizations. So now we already signed lots of MOU and partner with lots of different, association or organization in Europe. So, it's very welcome. We can exchange solution, exchange members, something like that. And that's how we work with the organization and association. And for the private company, yes, we also recruit the private company. So for the private company can join us as a member. So we will provide the information we have, especially for the city members. We have do some study with our city members, and we will provide those studies to our industry members. And also we can help to match the different the partner in different area. For example, if you want to work with the Taiwanese government, that means you need the local partner, the Taiwanese companies. So we will help our member to match the appropriate one. Yeah, so it's not really not that difficult. Yeah, and if you're looking for some of the promotion, feel free to submit your yes, I say submit your solution to our award. Also, I think it also will get some benefit from that award if you won the award.
Yeah,
Okay.
Thanks a lot. I've got a personal question here. Our organization is working on some Horizon 2020 projects. Can we look you for a partnership?
Sure. I think yes. Actually, we welcome any kind of the partners. Yeah, and if probably we can find some other time to discussing that.
Absolutely. I think we have a lot of things to say each other. It's
yeah.
We're
getting ready another private meeting.
Another event. Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much, Dr. Lee. Thank you so much. And there is one more question here to Robert. I'm reading literally from the chat. It's a very big experience in this huge smart city marketplace. One question: does the MIAIoT platform can be used in other cities? And if yes, what business model can propose for it? Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thanks. It's a good question. Yeah, very good. And first, I would like to say that my IoT is a platform. Yeah. So we use this platform first to standardize the data, to create the data, and then to make a data warehouse, then provide analyze our analysis tool, and to help the decision maker or the citizen to benefit from the big data. So that's the initial idea of my IIoT. So not only used on Taiwan, we also like to introduce this platform to other countries, and including the Asia and Australia and many other countries now. And so talk about the business model of my IIoT. I think that the first one is we have two, because it's a platform. It's application oriented, so not a general purpose like the database platform. So if you will utilize this platform, the first one, from my point of view, we would like to have a local partner. For example, in your country, you have a specific topic and application. Then we may have a POC. know the objective and the benefit you want to achieve, and then we have the result. And the next step, and we can estimate the scale and the schedule and the budget to fulfillment this platform. So this platform is not a one-shot business, because the platform, above the platform, many applications can be integrated on this platform. So it's an evolution process, and you can utilize the platform to support your customer, make more system integrated, and provide more information for the decision making. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I can see there is a question from the audience. I'm going to give the word to Mr. Filipov, Christian Filipov, please. And yeah. Hello?
Oh, thank you. Just thank you, Dimitar. Just wanted to unmute and things like that. I have questions actually for Eddie at the ITRI at the beginning. I actually have 3 questions if I can go for this. We're talking about the actual what ITRI does, and actually, how do you spearhead the development of emerging technology exactly? So what do you do? I mean, if you could go a little bit more on this in this area. And I have another question, which is about the services to companies. Exactly, what type of services do companies really like at the moment? What services do they take at the moment? What is really hot? Let's put it this way. And my other question is about the collaboration with research institutions and universities. How do you do this? I mean, if you could go a little bit more in detail. Thank you.
Dimitar, do we have time, or should I answer
Just a second.
by email later?
Yeah, we can continue that conversation by email, because we are at the end of the webinar. But if you want, we can wrap up, and Christian, we can continue this later on if you want, because we are
okay
at the end of the
perfectly fine. Sorry about that. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, no, that's okay. We just it was very interesting, like a webinar, but suddenly we ran out of time, and it was very interesting, especially to me. So we live in a wonderful times where we can speak to people from the other side of the world, online, live, with very few expenses, and we can do wonderful things. I think we live in wonderful times, and it would be a great opportunity for all of us, like Asian and Europeans, to connect each other and to work towards reaching our common goals and looking for common benefits, because I'm quite sure we're going to find some. So from my part, this is it. I'm giving the word to Mrs. Eddie Wang, so she could wrap up from Taiwanese part. I'm quite, I'm extremely happy that this webinar was a wonderful thing. Absolutely, I'm just speechless right now. Cannot find the words to express my feelings. It's, I think it was a very successful meeting. Please, Eddie.
Thank you very much. Yeah, for organizing this event. This is the first time, and I think we are going to have another 2 web seminar coming up. So, well, according this kind of interact information exchange, I think we can create more opportunities for both sides, private sectors. That's very important, because today, during the pandemic, it's very hard for us to travel around. So if we can build up this kind of web seminar for both sides and private sectors, we can create the opportunities for them to work together. Yeah, today is very good opportunity to have both sides, to exchange the information. And then I think it's a beginning, and it's not the last one. Okay, thank you very much.
So officially, I would like to thank you so much for participating to this meeting and to once more time apologize for any inconvenience we caused to anyone here. I really hope we continue this initiative. The plan was for 3 more webinars, 2 more webinars with Eddie. We were going to plan them till the end of the year. Let's stay tuned about that, and let's hope we reach some fruitful collaboration. Thank you so much for participating. I wish you, all of you, a wonderful end of the day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Christian?
Thank you so much.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes, I'm here.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we can talk about discuss about your question. Would you
Yeah.
like to stay?
Yes, I mean, it's if you have the time, basically, or you can send me some materials as well if you have. Some.
I'm sorry, I have to leave now, so
Okay.
That's perfectly okay. Whoever he wants, we can stay. We're going to definitely see with you,
Okay.
Dr. Lee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Feel free to contact me. Okay. Bye-bye. And thank you, Eddie.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Dimitar.
Bye.
Thank you, Robert.
Bye, guys. Thank you for coming.
Bye-bye.
Що стане?
Uh-oh.
Okay, so
Okay. Regarding your question, the first one.
yes. How actually do you have like spearhead the development of emerging technologies like people?
Actually, I just mentioned about ITRI is like a think tank.
Like a think tank.
Yeah, like a think tank behind the government.
Okay.
Whenever any new technology coming up, we will start to do that sort of strategic planning.
Okay.
Industrial planning, and we will find what the technology is suitable for Taiwan to develop, and we will make a proposal to the government.
Okay.
Okay. After that, we will try, because during that sort of proposal, we will make a suggestion regarding the budget, regarding the talent. And well, we also will give that's the proposal. We are also including what kind of industry, what kind of key technology that Taiwan has the capability, and what area we should focusing on.
Okay.
Okay. So after that, because ITRI is a not-for-profit research sector, and then we got to reserve the budget, and we got to recruit the talent to focusing on that. And then after that, we have to work with our private sectors.
Okay.
Okay. And then maybe that sort of promotion office will come up. And then this kind of promotion office will behave like just kind of a platform between the private sectors and the government.
Okay.
And focusing on that sort of, how to say, it's just kind of a promoter to promote the industry to grow up.
Okay.
So when you maybe, yeah, at this moment, when we talk about the green energy, okay, we have a kind of a wind power promotion office. We have a kind of circular economy promotion office.
Okay.
They are focusing that sort of industrial promotion.
Okay.
Okay, you just mentioned about that. So you have the question regarding that. So how do we work with the university, right?
Yes, actually, how do you work for universities? Basically, how do you establish the collaboration and in general with the universities? Because
how do we work? Actually, we have very strong relationship with university, because the headquarters of ITRI is located in the Hsinchu area, the science park area, and in that area we have Tsinghua University, Chiao Tung University. They are very strong with that sort of R&D. So we collaborate with that sort of research laboratory. And then the university will focusing on the foundation research. ITRI will a little bit more like applied research. Okay.
So I understand the differentiation. So basically you do contract research with them for basic fundamental research in general, or you just buy whatever they actually promote whatever they have? Or do you use the universities to do development work? Do you do this in general?
Actually, that's a little bit different because that will be from executive yen. Okay, the upper government, the executive yen. They will divide the job definition. Academia, they will focusing on the foundation research, and the budget that will come from the Ministry of Science and Technology. Okay, and each mainly will come from the Ministry of Economic Affairs. Of course, we will also get some supporting from the most Ministry of Science and Technology, but mainly from the Ministry of Economic Affairs, because that's close to the market.
Okay.
Okay, if we talk about the technology readiness level, then it's more like around TRL 4 to 7.
Okay.
Technology readiness level, yeah.
So I'm sorry for I hope this is, I see a lot of people still stayed on. Maybe this is, my questions are interesting, but I'm very interested.
Okay.
So when you actually, the issue about the spearheading the development of energy, new energy that you talked about, basically you assess the technology as they emerge. Do you have inside capacity for this? So you work with universities, or you have like some form of collaborative scientist network where people tell this is good and we can actually work with this? Or, you know, basically, how do you track which emerging technologies are good or not? Do you use the research capacity and scientific capacity of universities, or you do this in-house, or you actually ask industry or everybody? So this is my question.
That's a good question. And it's that's how to, yeah, I got to think about how to make it a little bit clear. It's kind of public. Actually, ITRI is a research sector, not for profit. And this kind of innovation ecosystem, we call that a public-private partnership. Okay, this kind of, yeah, that's so we behave like quite neutral and provide the equal opportunities for everyone.
Okay.
Yes. So when this is a little bit, how to say, Taiwanese companies, mainly they are SME. So, well, companies, they will prefer to work with the research sector to enhance their R&D capabilities, especially recently. And I think our university during these 10 years, they also has a very strong capability to do the R&D as well. So maybe you have heard of that sort of like Bosch restaurant. They work with Tsinghua University. They donate their facility to the university laboratory. Like Siemens, they are smart manufacturing, that sort of mines, I think is kind of a platform, the smart manufacturing platform. They also work with the university as well. Okay, yeah, that's well, in Taiwanese university, they have very strong capability to work in that sort of R&D area. And they also have a very strong support from the Ministry of Science and Technology.
No,
Yeah.
thank you. That was very, very informative. Thank you very much.
Hope I answered your question.
Oh, yes, you did. Actually, you did. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay. If you still have some question, then maybe you can send me the email, and I will try my best to to answer your question.
Sure. Thank you very much for this. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank
Okay.
you, Eddie. Thank you so much for your collaboration. You're really the one of the biggest parts of this webinar, for the existence of this webinar. So you helped a lot by providing such interesting speakers. I really hope there is going to be benefits of it. And that's all, I think. If you have any other questions, we still keep in touch with you.
Yep.
I call you later on so we can discuss the next steps.
All right. We can continue our next event. And thank you very much to give us this chance to work with you. Yeah, hope we can do something for
totally
both
mine.
sides.
Pleasure is totally mine. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.